Hello again. Now, I don't usually do videos about records that I found, mainly because that's not really what my channel's about. It's more about experimenting and trying out stuff. However, sometimes I find some really interesting stuff that I just want to show. And this was actually found by my wife at a car boot sale today. She spotted it and pointed me in the right direction. Anyway, it's a really nice original HMV box for gramophone records, and it's got a nice Nip of the Dog logo there, his Master's Voice records, also his Master's Voice around the sides, you can see. Now, the guy wanted £10 for the box, and if I didn't want the records inside, the box was still going to cost me £8, so I thought it's probably worth just taking the records as well. As I had a quick flick through, and they did look like there was one or two interesting ones. So anyway, let's have a quick look through now and see what's there. Okay, well, the first one out, Song of Songs, looks very boring. I'm sure it is very boring. What's it? Ah, Sweet Mystery of Life. This is Richard Crook's tenor. No, that's no good. This one, Broadcast, a long playing record. I've got a few Broadcast records. These were sort of cheapy ones. Now, the actual record in there is Mark Unison record, and I believe they're exactly the same as the Broadcast records, but they just have different labels, and that's because they were sold in a chain in the UK, and I think they were sold by the Co-op chain. Now, the next one, sleeve's gone on this one. This is Someone Else's Roses, Joan Regan. The Love I Have for You. No, that's just junk. I mean, the sleeve's stuffed as well, but that might be repairable. Because You're Mine, Mario Lanza, tenor. Doesn't look very interesting. Now, this one's a bit older. It does say electric recording, so that must be pretty soon after electric recording came in, so it's probably late 20s. So this is vocal, When You're Smiling, sung by Pat O'Dell with orchestra, and When It's Springtime in the Rockies, also by Pat O'Dell. So that's probably worth a play. I do like that sort of stuff. This one, Capital Recording Services, Capital Recording Service, 47 York Place, Edinburgh. This side's the Hopscotch Polka. This side is You May Not Be an Angel, which I think is a song. Certainly Doris Day did a very famous version of that. Hopefully that is actually a song and not just an instrumental. So that's definitely a find. I do like one-off and unusual recordings. Now this one, this is a nice old one. This is a Zonophone record, but before any sort of Zonophone logo. International Zonophone Company, My Nightingale, sung by Mr. Albert Pierce. And on the other side, well, actually, it's a single-sided one, so you should just be able to see there in the light the Zonophone pressing. So it says trademark Zonophone, Zonophone Cross, reproduced in Germany, trademark. So that's a nice find. I do like a nice single-sided record. What's next? This is Sundown in a Little Green Hollow, which would be pretty uninteresting, except for the fact that it's at the Kit Kat restaurant. And I do have another record by the Kit Kat band, of which I know nothing about, except for the fact I do quite like the record. So this is Roy Fox and his band at the Kit Kat restaurant, London. This side's Home on the Range. Now this one, Peer Gynt, G. Thalben, ball, played on the organ. No, doesn't sound very interesting to me. This is a rather later sonophone. When I passed the old church door, Morris Elwyn, baritone. Possibly the bit there, true tone needles, I quite like that. It's a very sort of old, early looking sleeve. My Love Affair, Morris Elwyn. That might be worth playing. I mean, pity the sleeve's not in better condition, because that would have been quite nice. Now this one, right, this is well, this is a gramophone concert record, and this is actually the company that became, well, it's the Gramophone and Typewriter Limited and sister companies, which then adopted the HMV, or the His Master's Voice trademark. So this is before then. This is spoken English, so John Morton and Bert Shepherd. It's basically going to be a couple of comedians having a bit of a laugh about 110 years ago. And the back is, well, it's another single-sided record, and I do like a single-sided record. So you can just see the gramophone writing and the sort of angel in the middle. And this also says reproduced in Hanover. So that's definitely pre-First World War. I guess maybe 1907, something like that. This one, Younger Than Springtime, Peter Grant. That looks a lot more modern. South Pacific, yeah. No good to me. Empty sleeve there. Brunswick, Our Sweet Mystery of Life by Bing Crosby. Yeah, not a Bing Crosby fan, so I can't see me holding on to that one. This one's got quite a nice sleeve, if I can get it out of the box. So the actual record is the Woodpecker Song, Foxtrot, Glenn Miller and his orchestra. I don't collect Glenn Miller, but I do quite like Glenn Miller, so I will probably hang on to that one if I don't have it already. This one is Home on the Range, Bing Crosby. I think I already had a copy of Home on the Range on one of the other records. And Down on the Old Mill Stream, or Down by the Old Mill Stream. Yeah, Bing Crosby. Probably won't hang on to that. And this last one, well, this is a bit unusual. It's in French. Disc for gramophone. That's basically what that says in French. And yet it says Spanish band there. And the back, trademark gramophones, another single-sided, and in English it says reproduced in Hanover. So that's a real multinational record there, but presumably pressed in Germany for sale in France. So that's nice. I do have another one actually somewhere like this, so they can't be that uncommon. But again, it's going to be 110 or so years old. A nice find. So anyway, there we go. Nice box. Certainly a few interesting records and a few not so interesting records. But I thought I did pretty well there. And thanks to my wife for spotting it. Anyway, I hope to get back to doing some more practical style videos very shortly. But thanks for watching. That's it for now. And if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Mr. RG Stuff.